The alley smelled of rain and smoke, the kind of smell that lingered long after the storm. A woman named Lena stood there, shaking, clutching a small bag in her hand. She wasn't proud of what she had become, but pride doesn't keep you warm, and it doesn't stop the voices. She had been clean once, bright eyes, laughter, a brother who looked up to her like she hung the stars. But now, the only stars she saw were the ones she chased in a needle's reflection. That night, as thunder rolled overhead, Lena didn't know this would be the night she'd lose everything, and also the night she'd finally find herself again. Before we begin, make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and tell me in the comments, what's one decision that changed your life forever? Sometimes the hardest choices are the ones that save us. Lena had been buying from the same dealer for years, a man named Rex, slick smile, cold eyes. He ruled the streets like a ghost, always there, always watching. But lately, something had changed. Lena wasn't just another customer anymore. She was desperate, and desperate people were easy to control. When she showed up that night, Rex laughed. "Back again, huh? Didn't think you'd last 2 days." Lena looked down. "Please, Rex, just one hit." He tossed the packet at her feet. "That'll be 50. She pulled out her last crumpled bills, hands trembling. That's when she heard a sound. Footsteps. Small ones. She turned, and her heart stopped. Standing at the mouth of the alley was a boy, no older than 15, his hoodie soaked, eyes wide with fear. "Lena?" he whispered. It was her little brother, Eli. "What are you doing here?" she gasped. "I followed you," he said, voice shaking. I wanted to see if you were okay." Rex sneered. Look who's got family night in the alley. Cute." Lena's stomach turned. She grabbed Eli's arm. "Go home now." But Eli's eyes flicked toward the bag at her feet. "Lena, are you using again?" She froze. She wanted to lie, but her silence was answer enough. Rex smirked. "Tell you what, kid, why don't you take your sister home? She's done for the night." Eli stared at him. "You're the one who was doing this to her." Rex stepped closer, his grin vanishing. "Watch your mouth, boy." Before Lena could react, Rex shoved Eli against the wall. "Don't ever come near my business again." Lena screamed and threw herself between them. "Stop, please!" Rex's hand tightened around her arm. "You're lucky I even sell to you, Lena. You're nothing without me." Eli's voice broke through the chaos. "He's right, Lena. You're better than this." For the first time in years, something in her heart cracked open. That night, Lena didn't sleep. She sat in the corner of her apartment, staring at the bag on the table. Her brother's words echoed in her head. "You're better than this." She thought about their childhood, the nights they shared one blanket, one dream, one promise. "I'll protect you," she had told him. And now, she had become the reason he was in danger. By sunrise, her decision was made. She walked into the police station with trembling hands and a voice that shook. "I want to report a dealer," she said quietly. The officer at the desk looked up. "You sure about this?" She nodded. "I've got proof. Names, numbers, drop spots, everything." He studied her face. "You know what happens when you talk, right?" She looked down, tears falling on her sleeve. "Yeah, but if I don't, my brother might be next." That afternoon, an undercover sting went down. Rex was arrested. Possession, trafficking, multiple counts. He didn't resist. He just glared at Lena through the police lights, mouthing words she'd never forget. You'll regret this. The next few weeks were hell. Lena checked into rehab. The shakes, the nightmares, the guilt, they came like waves. But so did something else. Visits. Every morning, her brother brought her coffee and a drawing, a little sketch of them as kids, holding hands. "You kept me safe when I was little," he'd say. "Now it's my turn." And for the first time in years, Lena smiled. A real one. 6 months later, Lena stood outside the rehab center, clean, steady, free. She walked past the same alley where it all began. The walls were covered in graffiti, but someone had painted over the worst of it. In the corner, she saw something new, a mural. It was her and Eli, holding hands, standing in front of a sunrise. Underneath were 3 words: "She chose light." She covered her mouth, tears streaming down. Behind her, Eli's voice broke the silence. "I told you, sis, you're better than this." She turned and hugged him tight. "I just needed someone to remind me." A few months later, Lena got a job at the rehab center, helping other women fight their addictions. Her first client? A trembling girl, eyes red, asking for a second chance. Lena smiled softly. "You're not broken. You're just not done yet." If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and tell me in the comments, what's one decision that changed your life forever? Sometimes the hardest choices are the ones that save us.